Hello everybody. Today is Elgar's birthday, so I thought we should give the old boy a bit of a fanfare and play him the opening of In the South, one of his most successful and popular pieces. He's been such an incredibly important figure in the musical life of our country, and particularly for the Hallé in their long life. You will remember that it was the Hallé that gave the world premiere of his first symphony all those years ago, and that started a relationship with Elgar as a conductor and as a composer, which went on to the end of his life. In the last 20 years, we've spent so much time playing and rehearsing and performing, recording his music, that really he's one of our central composers. And I think that nothing better than to celebrate the fact that this is his birthday. 1857. Elgar is not the only person who has a birthday on June the 2nd. Thomas Hardy is also his birthday today, and I thought I would mention this little fact that very few people know, that in about 1913, Elgar discussed the possibility with Thomas Hardy of writing an opera based on one of his novels. This seems, on the face of it, not to be a very promising idea. Elgar had never written an opera, and indeed the project in the end came to nothing. He felt that the theatre wasn't really where he was at his best. But there had been a discussion about what it should be. And I think Thomas Hardy originally said, please, Sir Edward, don't try and make an opera out of Jude the Obscure or Tess of the D'Urbervilles. These pieces are so sad and so tragic. Music would only make them worse, make them more intense, and he couldn't face that. He proposed A Pair of Blue Eyes, which is a charming, more bucolic, more gentle, pastoral story. Rather lovely, actually. And I think that Elgar considered it, but it didn't really come to anything. So this friend of his, Sidney Colvin, went down to see Hardy, to Dorset, to his house, and he found the old boy very happy about the idea that Elgar might find a way to make an opera out of something that he'd written. And they came up with a plan. Amazing. The Trumpet Major was considered as being a possibility. The Return of the Native, a more tragic alternative, was also proposed, and even a scene or two from his great play The Dynasts. And Colvin wrote to Elgar and proposed this, and Elgar thought about it, but in the end decided that there was no future in it. It just wasn't going to work. The theatre had really been something that Elgar had only really tiptoed into, and he really felt that he wasn't at his best writing dramatic music. I love his music still after all these years. I think that his music does not give everything in it immediately. On the surface there's so much ebullience, so much brilliance, so much great heroism, broad flowing melodies. But underneath it there was always the darkness, the insecurity, inevitably in such a sensitive man. I think he has left the country with an enormous legacy of great music, written in so many different forms. And I think in Manchester this is something that we appreciate and that people enjoy listening to time and time again. Those three great oratorios, for instance, The Dream of Gerontius, The Apostles, The Kingdom, they need to be heard, they need to be played, so the orchestra know them and so the public make friends with them in a way. But they're difficult to put on, they're expensive, but sooner or later we must really plan them. Let us all hope that before too long, this very difficult period when live music seems to have disappeared from our lives and we're all struggling to believe in something for the future, that a breakthrough will happen and that little by little live performance can be found again. Certainly the orchestra in Manchester, so full of talented players, is dying to make music for you all. And today, of course, is a special day for me too. It's my birthday as well. So let's all think of the future positively, and I send you my love and best wishes for whatever you're doing.